pistol round is one of the most important rounds of the game. If you win pistol round, whether it be on CT or T side, it can set up your economy for the rest of the game and win you the next 1 to 2 rounds almost guaranteed. So if you feel like you struggle on pistol round and want to win more of these crucial rounds, this is the perfect video for you. We'll cover everything from what you should be buying, where you should be playing, the perfect aim routine to improve your pistol shots, and everything else you could ever need to know about winning pistol rounds. If you're not sure you can trust me, I'm Louis, a 3000 ELO player on Faceit who competes in LAN events around the world. I added timestamps in the description below so you can skip ahead or revisit any tip that you like. Let's talk about the importance of building a solid economy. At the start of both pistol rounds, each player receives $800 to spend on utility, pistols, and armor. Instead of saving this and not buying anything, think of it as an investment. Investing wisely on the upcoming rounds can economically set up your team for the entire game, since many players don't know what to buy. They simply default to armor or whatever utility they can afford. However, doing this results in unnecessary round losses, as having a concrete plan for the first round is incredibly important. You may be asking, so what do I buy exactly? When deciding your buy, the most important factors to consider are the map you're on, the spot you're playing, and the fight you'll be taking. Let's begin with all the different pistols you can buy and the best ways to abuse them. First up is the all-reliable cowboy shooters, aka the dual Berettas. The dualies are perfect for a counter-terrorist due to its high fire rate and ability to multi-frag at a close range. They're the most overpowered pistol for only $300, and buying them can allow you to purchase utility as well as a smoke or a kit. The current meta right now is for a teammate to drop a pair of dualies, so whoever is using them has armor and won't be affected by aim punch. If you're ever unsure what pistol to buy as a CT and are terrible with the USP, just remember the dualies are by far the most safe option since it's overpowered in most scenarios. The P250 is extremely cheap, coming in at only $300 just like the dualies. Buying a P250 on T-side pistol rounds is something you really should be doing, since it allows you to get 1 or even 2 free kills on CTs, since it's an instant headshot to the head, unlike the Glock. The major advantage of the P250 is its low price, which makes it a very low risk investment. One underrated strategy that not many players utilize is the ability to drop a P250 to a teammate with armor and then buy utility for an execute like a smoke and a flash. An insane strategy that I strongly recommend is to drop a P250 to your best player and buy a smoke and a flash. Have the P250 player search for a kill so he can take a 50-50 duel on the opposite site to fake and then execute the other site. I abused the heck out of this in my climb to FPL, since most CTs wouldn't expect to be facing a pistol that instant headshots them, so they would play angles that were easy to pre-fire. Next up is the best gun to run a gun with, and that is the Tech 9, and it comes in at a fair price of $500. This beauty is basically fully automatic and very effective at close range, as it allows you to abuse run and gun, earning yourself some easy kills. The Tech 9 is one of the best options for entries, especially if you drop it for a teammate on pistol round. If you want a Tech 9 on CT side, then you can buy a very similar gun, which is a 5.7. It costs the same price and has better mechanics because it instant headshots your opponents at close range and has insane running accuracy. If none of the previous pistols fit your playstyle, then the USP or Glock likely will. These are the most common pistols for players to buy because, well, they're free. If you're using the USP, you have the advantage to take long range duels because of the instant headshot mechanic, unlike the Glock. Now, using the Glock, you want to make sure you are taking close range duels because it has a faster fire rate than the USP. One thing to remember with the Glock is that it has really good running accuracy. If you watch someone like Donk, you'll always see him jumping around and running when entering on T pistol. Lastly, Nico's favorite pistol, the Deagle, comes in at $700, which leaves no money for utility or armor. An advantage of the Deagle on pistol rounds is that it only takes 2 to 3 body shots to kill an enemy with armor, which isn't really an advantage, but it is something to note. If you're confident in your aim and like to play aggressive, then a Deagle is perfect for you. By the way, Guardian used to do this on Cash back in his prime. And before we go over where you should be playing, how you should be moving, and an actual warm-up routine that will improve your pistol round shots tremendously, let me tell you about the Monkey. Skins Monkey is a CS2 skins trading site marketplace that provides an instant way to get new skins. The favorite thing about Skins Monkey is that I can trade skins that I no longer want and trade it for a skin that is equal value. If you use code LouisCS2, you get a $5 bonus on your first trade, and if you want to buy skins, you can get a 30% deposit bonus plus an extra 5% using my code. The link is down in the description. Thank you Skins Monkey for sponsoring this video. One of the most important aspects of pistol round that you suck at but can easily improve is your movement. When it comes to pistol round, movement comes even before your aim, since it'll help you land clean one-taps while making it harder for your opponents to hit you. In Counter-Strike, you'll always run faster with pistols than you would with rifles, so use this knowledge to your advantage and never stop moving. A huge mistake I often see low-ranked players make is that they crouch way too often, especially on pistol rounds. On pistol rounds, you almost never want to be crouching, since it makes you a lot easier to headshot and kill. Instead, you constantly want to be strafing, as it makes it much harder for your opponents to hit you while making your shots as easy to connect as possible. Moving on to the spot you're playing pistol rounds. Pistol rounds will naturally play out different from gun rounds, since the weapons and utility in play are confined, meaning that based off your spot, you'll want to change up your playstyle and game plan considerably. First off, since dualies are very common on pistol rounds when you're attacking, you'll always want to have someone purchase utility such as a flash or a Molotov in order to clear those close angles. Additionally, remember that support players should always invest in utility to stop anyone when trying to overextend and rush into a site. It's always important to ask yourself if there is a better use for this later into the round. Utilities such as a Molotov or incendiary grenade will have different impacts on pistol rounds, since a Molotov can stop someone defusing the bomb, and an incendiary grenade will help block someone from stopping you defuse. For this reason, many high-level players tend to save their utility for retakes in order to help them defuse the bomb. Also, keep in mind that support players will inherently have more value in the post-plant situations than an entry. For example, someone buying a Molotov may need to save it for the post-plant, where they can delay the defuse significantly, ultimately winning the round. Now let's talk about the most important deciding factor of high-ranked pistol rounds, and that is team play. Team play is especially key on pistol rounds, as working with your teammates will allow you to make round-winning plays that you couldn't have made otherwise. For example, you can set a plan where your teammates distract the opponents, giving you the opportunity to catch them with their pants down, granting you an easy round win. Another simple yet effective play is to rush an isolated enemy with your teammates, such as someone jump spotting B on CT side Mirage. This works very well on pistol round, as you can easily overrun the vulnerable opponents that won't have enough ammo to fight back. Additionally, if you want to make a play, never be scared to ask your teammates to flash or join you in, as this can significantly increase your chances of taking the site. So remember to always communicate and coordinate plays with your team, as this will get you free kills, resulting in an easy pistol round. Now moving on to the part of the video that most of you guys have been waiting for, my pistol routine to win every pistol round. So when you guys load into aimbots, there's going to be a couple things you need to do for this pistol routine. Now I like to close off the number 5s on these little guards just to bring the walls in a little bit closer, just to make it a little bit more in-game situation. And then you want to open up this menu over here, and you want to just turn on the AD. Now this is going to make it so the bots move, and I also like to take off this little bottom portion here. It does stay on this side, which is totally fine, but you can just ignore it if you want. And then once you have your settings, you can turn off this as well. You can still open the menu, but it's going to take all the guns away, and now we just have a USP, and I'm just going to track the bots like I would if I was playing in a game, where it would just be someone with a Glock or someone with a USP just strafing wide at me, and I'm just trying to track them and counter strafe while staying on their head. The cool thing about this as well, you can also speed it up, so it's either faster or a wider swing, so you can even practice holding your crosshair trying to hit those sick one taps, or you can practice strafing with them and trying to just track your crosshair on top of their heads. If you do this for about 200 kills to 300 kills, you're going to notice that your pistols are going to be a lot better, and it's just something very easy that you can add into your routine. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out these 10 things pros do that you don't by clicking the video on screen now.